Did you know that a single bee can visit up to 5,000 flowers daily, tirelessly working to pollinate the plants that sustain our ecosystems and food supply? These tiny creatures may be small, but their impact on the world is nothing short of extraordinary as they continue to produce the amazing honey we all enjoy. In fact, Europe's honey industry is booming, with over 20 million hives producing natural honey every year. This makes it the second largest honey producer in the world after China. Amazingly, behind this golden treasure lies a fascinating world of skilled bee farmers, ancient preserved techniques, and nature's tiniest yet most powerful workers. However, here's the real twist. There's one European country where beekeeping isn't just a business, but a way of life. But what makes this country so unique? How are European beekeepers transforming this liquid gold into a multi-million-dollar industry? And how is honey produced in the first place? Let's dive into the fascinating art of farming honey in two of Europe's top honey-producing countries. We'll uncover the secrets behind their sustainable agriculture and reveal how the EU is turning this sweet industry into big business. Honey is more than just a sweet treat. It's a powerhouse of nutrition with a rich history. For centuries, civilizations around the world have celebrated its benefits, using it in traditional medicine, cooking, and daily life. Even today, Europe remains a hub for beekeeping, transforming this ancient practice into a thriving million-dollar industry. Germany leads the European Union in honey production, while Slovenia has embraced beekeeping as a cherished cultural tradition, earning global recognition for its dedication to the craft. But what makes both Germany and Slovenia stand out from their European neighbors in the honey-producing industry? Let's find out together. Germany is home to about 130,000 beekeepers and 982,000 beehives spread across the country. In 2021, these beekeepers produced an impressive 25,000 to 30,000 tons of honey. However, despite this significant output, local bee farms can only meet about 20% of the nation's honey demand, as Germans consume honey at a much higher rate than domestic production can sustain. Germany stands as Europe's largest honey producer and the world's third largest honey market, boasting an estimated value of $708 million in 2022. It also leads Europe in honey consumption, with Germans consuming an estimated 88,596 tons annually. But what if I told you that Germany was able to achieve all this by maintaining organic farming techniques in beekeeping? In Germany, bee farming is primarily a hobby, much like in many other European countries. Surprisingly, less than 1% of beekeepers operate at a commercial level, with the average beekeeper managing just 7 beehives. Despite this small-scale approach, Germany excels in producing high-quality honey. This success stems from the country's reliance on superior bee species and traditional beekeeping techniques, which not only ensure exceptional honey, but also promote sustainable agricultural practices. Slovenia, though small in size, has equally made a significant mark in the global beekeeping community, not through sheer honey production, but through its deep-rooted cultural tradition. For Slovenians, beekeeping is far more than a practice. It's a way of life, woven into the fabric of their heritage. This unique perspective has earned the country a special place in the world of apiculture. Let's dive deeper into Slovenia's rich and fascinating beekeeping tradition. Bee farming in Slovenia. Unlike Germany, Slovenia's beekeeping tradition stretches back centuries, deeply rooted in the culture and daily life of its people. Slovenian families and communities have long relied on bee products for traditional medicine and food, showcasing the important role bees play in their heritage. With about 200,000 bee colonies spread across the country, Slovenia has mastered the art of controlled queen bee breeding, ensuring the preservation of exceptional traits across generations. At the heart of this tradition is the Carniolan bee, a species native to the region and celebrated for its amazing qualities. Known for its resilience to harsh weather, high honey production, gentle temperament, and exceptional navigation skills, The carniolan bee is a symbol of Slovenia's beekeeping excellence. In 2020, Slovenia was home to 11,293 beekeepers and over 210,000 bee colonies, making it one of the EU member states with the highest number of beekeepers per capita. However, what truly sets Slovenia apart is its extraordinary commitment to protecting bees legally. Yes, you heard that right. Slovenia became the first European country to grant bees legal protection under its Livestock Farming Act. This groundbreaking step shows the nation's deep respect for these vital pollinators and its dedication to preserving their role in the ecosystem. In 2020, beekeepers supplied more than 50% of Slovenia's domestic honey demand, partly due to the country's small population. But it will interest you to know that Slovenian bee farming isn't just about honey production. Slovenia is a global leader in apitourism, which has to do with travel experiences centered around beekeeping, bee-related wellness, and education. The country has transformed its rich beekeeping heritage into a unique tourism experience, with apitherapy at its core. Visitors can learn about traditional beekeeping, enjoy hive-inspired architecture, and explore the healing benefits of bee products, making Slovenia a top destination for nature and wellness tourism. This trend has encouraged many beekeepers to transform their apiaries into therapeutic retreats, offering services like honey-based massages, honey baths, and heat therapies. Now, let's look into the management practices of these amazing insects and how they produce the sweet and nutrient-filled honey we all enjoy. Bee management practices. Bee farming has remained largely unchanged for generations due to the sensitivity of bees to environmental changes. Their surroundings play an important role in their productivity and the quality of honey they produce. An ideal beekeeping location should have a rich and diverse ecosystem with various flowering plants. Since bees rely on nectar as their primary food source, a habitat with a wide range of pollen-producing plants ensures they have a steady supply throughout the year, supporting both their survival and honey production. Here's a fun fact. To produce just 1 kilogram of honey, a single bee must visit 4 to 5 million flowers and fly a distance equivalent to circling the Earth 4 times. Now you know why they're called busy bees. Bee housing structure. For an optimal honey harvest, bees need to be housed in enclosures that are both accessible and provide the right living conditions. Over the centuries, various beehive designs have been developed, some dating back hundreds of years. In most EU countries, the Dadant and Langstroth hives are the most commonly used. However, Slovenia has preserved its tradition by using the AZ hive, an ancient beekeeping structure. This design allows beekeepers to efficiently manage their colonies through routine inspections, ensuring the bees remain healthy and productive. The Langstroth hive features removable frames where bees build their combs and produce honey. This design helps maintain colony organization while allowing beekeepers to inspect and harvest honey with ease. The Zander hive, a variation of the Langstroth hive, is widely used in Germany. While it follows the Langstroth design as a vertical, divisible hive with frames, it has been modified to better suit German beekeeping practices. But have you ever wondered how a single queen bee can produce millions of offspring? Let's explore how this amazing process works. Bee reproduction. The queen bee is the head of every bee colony, responsible for laying eggs to replace lost members and sustain the hive. A single colony can house up to 80,000 bees, the majority being worker bees. While the queen can live for about 3 years, worker bees have a much shorter lifespan, typically just 6 weeks. But how does one queen manage to lay enough eggs to keep the colony thriving? You see, the queen bee is a fascinating egg-laying machine, producing between 1,500 to 2,000 eggs per day after mating with drone bees. This process typically occurs in spring and summer when flowers are abundant. Once laid, the eggs hatch into larvae after 3 days. Worker bees then feed them a mixture of pollen and honey. After about 6 days, the larvae spin cocoons and undergo metamorphosis. emerging as adult bees within 7 to 10 days. And did you know that the best time to harvest honey is in late summer or early autumn when bees are less active? Let's find out why. Honey production and harvesting. For the richest, most flavorful honey, beekeepers wait until the end of summer to harvest. By then, the honeycombs are full and the honey has fully ripened, ensuring the best taste and quality. And the process of harvesting honey requires essential tools to protect both the beekeeper and the bees. These include a honey extractor, a storage container, a capping knife, and protective gear to prevent stings. Before harvesting honey, a bee smoker is used to release smoke into the hive, temporarily calming the bees and reducing the chance of stings. Once they are calm, each hive frame is carefully inspected. A full frame has a glossy appearance and a sealed wax cap, indicating that the honey is mature and ready for harvest. The ripe honey frames are then collected and transported, often by truck, to a processing facility. Now, let's explore how honey is processed into the clear golden liquid we all love. Honey processing. Advancements in agricultural technology have made honey processing faster and more efficient, thanks to sophisticated machinery. At the facility, harvested honey is first inspected for color and flavor to assess its quality. The honeycombs are then placed in an extractor, where centrifugal force separates the honey from the wax. The extracted honey passes through a multi-layered filtration system to remove impurities, ensuring purity. After filtration, it is gently heated at a low temperature to preserve its natural nutrients without compromising quality. The final stage is packaging, which takes place in a sterile environment. Each drop of honey is carefully handled and placed into containers or jars of various sizes based on distribution needs. Once packaged, the containers are labeled with all the essential information for consumers. Unlike other natural liquids, honey doesn't expire, so additives or preservatives are not needed. Honey only changes color over time and may gradually lose its flavor and aroma. And there you have it. The next time you pick up a jar of honey, you'll know and appreciate the incredible journey it took to reach you. Now tell us, which part of this honey exposition fascinates you the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more informative content like this. See you in the next video.